that was an absolute. You know what you say to yourself, one of the best nights I've ever had. I've had that many this last while, but it was a belter of a night. Absolute.
Yeah.
And they'd only planned a couple of gigs, and I was going to myself. Now, I know probably logistically it's not easy to shift a band like that around.
No, it takes a bit of organisation now, in fairness, as I say, to get.
But it was too good not to play again. It was just.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got a gig down in Dublin around the Springsteen concert.
We
That
are,
weekend,
yes, we're in the Button
yes.
Factory the weekend of the Springsteen concerts. I believe it's a Saturday night. As I say, and we're in the Empire in Belfast, I believe now before, I want to say before December.
Did you
I'm
do?
not entirely sure on the date, but
you ever played in the Empire?
I've never actually played the Empire yet, no, so I'm looking forward to
I
it.
used to go up to the regular. My daughter lived in Belfast, Great Escape, and we went up. The last time I was up was Aslan. We're playing on it, right?
Aye.
Upstairs, and it's just really, really great feeling. It's
Yeah.
an old style.
Yeah.
Works and whatever you want to call it, an old style building,
Yeah.
but you'll enjoy that. Anyway, enough of that. Yourself, you have an album coming out, Michael.
Well, I do. That's just I'm here tonight to shamelessly plug myself. So I have a new album coming out next Thursday, the 22nd of September. It's called When the World Was New. It'll actually be my second album. But I'm kind of excited about this one because when my last one came out, COVID very much hit nearly straight after. So as I say, that was so I'm kind of going second run here, you know.
Is this an album of originals?
Album full of originals, yeah,
Brilliant.
9 songs in through. So
Great. Well, first one you're going to do first.
we're gonna play. The first one we're gonna do is called The Bitter End. So it's a good place to start. So.
Thank you very much. When you're ready.
Okay, 2, 3, and. See, all my friends are worried about how's an end if 30 really is the beginning of the end. Well, hey, come on over, make a game out of the worry, and we'll call it something stupid like Let's Pretend. See, Mom and Dad seem kinda changed, more colored in and rearranged, but I can't say what this really means. It's something major in my mind about the way we're given time, and if you can't laugh about it, you best pretend, 'cause time is all we have in the end. And no one's getting out alive. No, that's not a tear from my eye. It's not a pretty in survival, but it's noble to keep trying just to see where this all goes in the end. Just to see it all through to the bitter ends. 1, 2, 3, ho! I see my life now like a string tied between the ground and this hard and dark and marvelous machine. And when they come to cut the cord to say amen and praise the Lord, me and you won't die, we'll just pretend. 'Cause it's me and you until the bitter ends. And no one's getting out alive. No, that's not a tear from my eye. It's not pretty in survival, but it's noble to keep trying just to see where this all goes in the end. Just to see it all through to the bitter ends. Just to see it all through to the bitter ends. Just to see it all through to the bitter ends. Just to see it all through to the bitter end.
Yeah.
Hey!
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant, say. Absolutely brilliant. Let me see here. The Harvest Fair Day in Glenties followed by Monday night session. What a better way to spend a Monday. It was a great day for me to spend a Monday only down in Glenties. Brilliant. Really enjoyed it, I have to say. Could have stayed a bit longer when I'm up here tonight. Hi to Audrey Nilis. Well, hello to you. And someone looking to know when is Paddy's album out. Well, it's not done yet, but we'll let you know. Don't you worry. Good evening, Michael, Zara, Daniel, and me and Jimmy from Damien Doherty. Hello, Damien.
Okay, Damon.
Hello.
Thank you very much indeed. And
Hey.
tomorrow and all the crew there from Strabane Unplugged. Thanks for your wee message up on Facebook, Jimmy, or Twitter. Facebook. Thank you very much indeed. You're more than welcome. And just before we move on, Aidan Laird. Hello to Aidan. I was chatting to Aidan on Saturday down at Oakfield, and he said he's got a child's violin here, and he would love to donate it to the folks from the Seamus Grant weekend. We'll pass that details on, Aidan. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Right, Michael. So,
Yes.
how long has this album been from writing it to now?
Oof, writing it till now, interesting. I started probably, again, much like everybody, probably started chipping away at this over lockdown. And poor Zara here's been there since I started bashing things out around the kitchen table to the end product. But no, as I say, and again, very much so sort of second album syndrome. I think we demoed about 40 odd songs or so for it, but and then I've chipped it back and back and back. But I'd nearly finished it sort of last year and then decided I just wasn't happy with it, didn't like it, and figured this year and started functionally January 2nd this year.
See, but it's your own album. I get that. I totally get that because to me that's an artist who knows what they want, and that's well important.
Well, I think as someone said to me, is that nobody's probably going to hear this more than I am. So if I'm not happy with it, I said,
You have to be honest about it.
well,
like,
I said, yeah, I do think that's it.
Where did you record it?
I actually recorded it at home. We have sort of a music room at home, sort of set up in that. I'm very much so. I'm a glutton for punishment in that way. So yeah, I do enjoy the challenge. So when it comes to any of those things between, so it's the second one that's recorded, the first one at home as well. But so that's it. It's been a real push, and I get a real kick out of the actual challenge of trying to push the thing forward and trying to problem solving with it, you know. And it's been great because I say I had Daniel on board as well for a lot of the recording processes time and Zara too. So it's always good to have two people that are happy to criticise you openly. So it keeps you grounded, you know.
Well,
I
Zara
joke.
probably get away a lot more than Daniel would.
I still try, don't worry.
You tell Zara, they tell him.
Well, nobody giving me an easy time, don't worry.
No. Do you enjoy that process of making an
Oh,
album?
massively. Do you know, honestly, like it's probably like a counterproductive thing, and anybody will be telling me, and this is the worst thing I could do in marketing. But honestly, I think the process of making it does as much for me almost as anything else. I know it's there, and I'm satisfied, and I feel like I've hit everything to where I wanted it to go. That, you know what, it's
like a baby, isn't it? You just
oh
watching
god,
this
it
thing
is,
grow.
yeah, very much so. You know, I keep calling them, they're like kind of life totem poles, you know, sort of thing, like just sort of
Very good.
you know.
Have you that work done or not?
Artwork and all is done, and I want to throw a shout out on that actually to the local man, Mr. Stephen Crane.
Good man.
Actually, Stephen is behind the Owl Era stuff and everything. I'm sure you know Stephen.
yes.
Aye, that's it. Yeah. So Stephen actually did all the artwork for the singles and stuff with me. So we kind of bounced ideas back and forward, and sort of, and then eventually I was like, "Do you know what, Stephen, just come up with me with something." So he made these fantastic sort of dreamy snow globe.
They're amazing.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely
Stephen in the
amazing.
studio, he really knocked it out with that. So it's been fantastic working with him. So.
Class.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So when can we expect it, you say?
The album is coming out. It'll be out online on September 22nd.
Oh,
So
God,
yeah,
you're
2 weeks
fairly-
in. Well,
Oh.
yeah, no, we're tripping rightly on because at the same side I'm marrying this fabulous lady here now coming start of December, so I promised I'd have a lot of things. we need a bit of free time at some point here, so
Squeezing a wedding.
I
so
have
we just fit
jobs for him
around
to
it.
do.
Well done. Well, listen, the best of luck with that.
Oh, thank you
And
very much.
Congratulations for you.
Oh,
cheers, thank
thank
you
you.
very much.
It's
And
brilliant.
Daniel's a groomsman as well, so it's all keeping within.
Hey?
And Daniel's a groomsman too, so you know we're keeping it really within the wedding confines here.
Is that how they paid you?
That's right. That's it.
Get your
all
dinner,
the free
get your
labour.
dinner and a dance.
Full years for the trucking around the countryside.
Excellent. No, Daniel, yourself. What about music with you? What's
Well, I've played guitar for a long time.
Aye.
Just playing cover bands mainly, but I studied music in college over in Liverpool.
Oh, do you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did? Sorry, beg your
before.
pardon.
Yeah, so I played in bands, original bands then, but yeah, I like working with people like Michael more than doing my own stuff. So like
Right.
kind of working on ideas together, and Michael really had the vision, and
Uh-huh.
I just like giving constructive feedback, you know, and I didn't slate him too hard, don't worry.
Constructive is right. But no, that's lovely. Just a wee insight into yourself. So you're enjoying this process, aren't you?
No, it's really fun, yeah, and it's really good to do it again because it's been a while since I got to do an original stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm playing cover bands mainly. So
Aye.
yeah,
Pays
no, really
the
enjoy it.
bills, Daniel.
That pays the bills, but this is the fun part. There.
That's definitely. And Zara, well, you've no choice in the matter.
Do I gotta say?
You're hooked into this.
Well,
aren't you?
it was great. It was great to have Daniel as well on board, because as much as like my fresh ears weren't so fresh after a while, you know, because I was hearing the songs all the time too, and you know,
I know.
and Michael's singing them around the house all the time, and then I'm like jumping in harmonies all the time. You know, like we're working on stuff and changing. So it was great to have. It was always great to have a fresh ear. So likes of like Daniel listening to it, and even Stephen listening to it. You know, just the couple of people. Just so you know, it's
I get that. I totally get that.
You can
Brilliant.
kinda-
But it's
yeah.
nice, you know what I mean. For both of you as a couple, it's nice. You know, it's just you know what you want him to sound like, and you know what you want to sound like together, and
yeah.
it's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually gave him some vocal lessons and
Yeah, she
everything.
did,
We
yeah.
got really into it.
Very good. Very good.
'Cause I am a singing teacher as well, so I am. So,
Oh, is that right?
yeah, well, that's my
Love the
September to May job is, you know, teaching privately, singing and piano.
Very
So so I'm teaching vocals, you know.
The
and
further
doing-
this interview goes, the more it sounds like I'm just using this wedding to con people into making the music. But you know, I really want to say that's not what it is here.
Very good.
So, yeah,
The invite list goes up.
Oh,
all
that's
the
up and
time,
up.
yeah.
up and up all the time.
What date are you getting married?
2nd of December.
That's all.
Very good. That's
No
lovely.
pressure in getting dates right here.
No, you're dead on. Michael, are you launching it?
We'll be launching. We've a wee run of dates coming up. Because we've 2 done already. We were in the Forest. We were in Blake's there last week. Now we're the next one up is next Tuesday. We will be in. We're doing the Mouthpiece here in
Mouthpiece,
Letterkenny.
yeah.
Headlining
Excellent,
Mouthpiece inside.
excellent.
It's a great night. That's
Great
fantastic
reviews,
night.
and it's,
Yeah.
it's in the, you know, a lot of people talking about that venue.
Do you know
Brilliant.
what? They're doing a great thing with it, and it's really
Excellent.
retaining its crowd, and it's doing very, very well. But we're in that, and then we're actually opening for the Seeger sessions down in Kilcar. The next
Yeah.
date, that's the 30th of September.
Very
So
nice.
anybody down that neck of the woods, it might happen to see like double whammy of me.
Definitely.
Yeah, hop on board.
Well,
and
as
then
I
we'll be
say-
having a launch then later in October. But there's one other show I'd like to mention as well is October 10th. There's for World Mental Health Day in Ungreenan Theatre. There is a show happening that night. As I say, I'll be doing a short little talk at that about the benefits of creativity and mental health. But also all the proceeds from that night will go towards the wellness cafes around Donegal. So it is definitely a show worth
Well
supporting.
done. Well done.
That's on
Yeah, that'll
October
be a
10th.
great night.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
Well done.
lovely.
Okay,
That's
so
because
That's October
yeah.
10th, Monday.
that's a lot of people doing a lot of great work.
A
Very
lot of
important
stuff.
work.
Yeah,
you know
oh,
what I
very
mean?
much so.
Very
Very
important.
much so.
Yeah, it's great.
Of course.
Good to see it.
We'd love to go into the second song, and then we'll chat a wee bit more about the album. And this is one from the album, is
This
it?
is one from the album. Yeah, this was the very first single came off of that. So yeah,
It's called
Top of the World.
Top of the World.
Okay, 2, 3, and. Well, hey, my, you're so damn hard to satisfy. How am I to get through? Well, some days, baby, there ain't no talking to you. But I said, what can I do? What can I say to put you back on top of the world again? What can I give to light that little spark in your heart again? Well, hey, Lady Bliss, oh, won't you please just bless me this? Have we got it made? Was all of this just a mistake? But I said, what can I do? What can I say to put you back on top of the world again? What can I give to light that little spark in your heart again? Go down. top of the world again. What can I give to light that little spark in your heart again? In many ways can I say I won't do this again.
Brilliant.
Hey!
Brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Wow.
Thank you very much.
That's a great. You have this unique sound. I love the tight knit harmonies. Are the harmonies easy to do for you? I always ask people if there's two brothers or a brother and a sister, or you know, you're a couple. Do you find that the harmonies easier, or do you have you work on them?
Do you know what? Well, put it like that. All the harmony work is Zara. So as I say, I think it's the sort of thing that, like you would often say, you can either hear kind of harmony or not.
Yeah,
It comes
once he
naturally.
has
Yeah.
the tune down, I'm like singing the harmony second time round.
It's a
kind
big
of
part
thing.
of that song, Zara. You know, it's really.
Oh, yeah.
You can get that. You know, I don't know. Am I right in saying there would be a '60s vibe running through it? No, I don't know.
There's funny as touches of that would sit particularly in that wee track actually. It's because the album really, as I say, funny. Even the entire process of actually recording it, I tried to stop listening to almost anything just so as it would just, because I find I get led so far by different
I know.
styles, and you hear a wee thing, you're like, oh, I like that and I like this. So
Funny, some people do the reverse, and they listen to all.
I
things
listened
to get
to
inspiration.
get inspiration. Well, I found this time I tried to streamline it down, like as I say, and I think then the whole month of January it was just Daniel Johnson was the only thing we played, just one person in the house the entire time. So as I say, so you figured that way would get in. But funny, even that, this to say, even like working with Dan there too, like that song in particular, and he'd because again on the album tracks everything isn't, you know, it's in full band sequence and stuff.
Yeah.
But like even with Daniel that time, and I'd send him a track and he was like, you know, what were you thinking and what did you want for this? And I'm a very visual person rather than, because I don't maybe know the full technicality of what's going on, you know, at times, and the theory behind it. But so I just sort of said to him was that I really kind of imagined it kind of being like mariachi skeletons playing it in like a CD bar, and I got his message. He was just like, gotcha. The first take, he had the sound, and I was just like, that's it there. So, my process is very organic.
But I love that because there's a lot of singers, right? And you know, you get an album up here. I preferably love listening to, you know, we get music sent to the internet, so you just basically listen to it through the phone, you know.
Yeah.
But I love going on there and listening to it through headphones or one of them bar things. And I love it always when I can get this song and go put myself in a bar that I respect, and I get what you're saying there, because you're going, I could see me now, so can you get here and this you know,
It's fun. That's something that's always like, again, I always find it's, you know, that question somebody says, what do you sound like, or who do you sound like? It's always kind of, I find it's a bit of a tricky one to answer, but I always, and the most common thing people always call the music I make is cinematic and very, it is quite visual and mood kind of. It is, you know, it's just,
perfect.
No, it does.
Well, if that's what it is, it comes across well. So
well, okay, well, that's even better than so.
Right, we'd love to get a third song. Time's run out,
okay.
well, unfortunately, and you know, we could have sat and chatted to these all night. Like.
No, gosh, well, just thanks so much for having us
Oh,
in.
no,
It's been
no,
honestly
no,
a pleasure.
no,
It's always
no,
great to be up here with you.
No,
So.
thank you. It's a pleasure as ours, because we're just delighted having you up, because you always bring that both of you, sorry about that, Daniel, but the both of you bring this. You bring this ambience with you, you know, and we love it, you know. And Daniel's to the next step, but on the next thing, sorry, I don't want to.
But you're describing manic energy.
There's another vibe there I was going. I know, but this final song.
This
Michael,
final song, this is called Tooth Nard.
You're right.
And this is actually currently the track that was the last single that came out of it now before the album's going to come out. It's and this is, do you know what, I'm actually really delayed. This is actually probably the oldest song that's on the album. Nearly everything else that's on there was written over, like the very first song we did tonight was written the night before it was recorded, and so straight in, whereas this song now is quite a few years now sitting, and I'm really delighted with where we got it to. It was a song I was almost scared to record because I just wanted it to be right, but yes, this is Two from the Heart, and this is out there in Spotify and all things there now. So.
Brilliant. When you're ready.
Those few minutes before morning, when the world's still wrapped in glorious love, lay your hands across my body like we it not the fights we wanted? Was it not the life we wanted? Was it not the way we start? But for every word in anger through, here's two from the heart. With razor words we doubt each other until our faith lies with another. Love, and all the time that we have squandered on this half-life of our fading. Love, was it not the fights we wanted? Was it not the life we wanted? Was it not the way we start? But for every word in anger through, here's two from the heart. Lay your hands across my body so I know the world still wants me. Lay your hands down oh so gently, like the grace of God never left me alone. Was it not the fights? Was it not the life? Was it not the way? Well, for every word in anger through, here's two from the heart.
Oh, excellent. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
It's quite easy to say that when somebody's looking at you, but beautiful. The harmonies and everything just worked on so perfect. I can't wait to hear the
Fantastic.
finished product, because
Yes.
if that there grabs you, the
Well,
finished product.
that's the
So-
main one. 22nd of September,
22nd of September, the album's out, and it's called Once Again.
When the World Was New.
And if people want to get in touch with Michael
You can
Gillespie,
find me
you're-
on Instagram, Facebook, all under Michael Gillespie, or at It's Michael G Music, and you find me on Twitter at It's MG Music as well.
brilliant. And Damien Doherty says absolutely class. There
Oh,
you go.
thank you very much.
It was,
Damien.
and you know the thing about it, right? As I said to you before, I like listening when it's right. When that album comes out, I won't be listening to it on the phone. I will be myself set down and perched, and it's such something I look forward to doing. You
You
know,
know, I'm delighted 'cause I love my textures and I love the depth in the album, and there's buckets of
Absolutely.
that in there. If you're a fan of albums, I think you
Aye.
hopefully
Well,
should.
do you know this? You have it in spades. How the talent is just brilliant, and as a combination of three is well done. And to me, it's just a pleasure and a delight to have you up here sharing your music with us. And,
Absolute pleasure. Thank
well
you for having
done.
us.
And listen, the best of luck going forward in December.
Excellent.
And there's people out there might know it yet. They might be getting an invite to a wedding if they can, if they're musically inclined. Sarah, thank you very much. Michael
Thanks so
and
much.
Daniel, thanks.
Thank
Good to
you.
see
Pleasure.
you.
Thank you very
Guys,
much.
And
thanks for having us
say,
in.
You'll pop up again, this.
We will do,
Absolutely.
certainly.
Thank you.
There we
Thank
go.
you very much, gentlemen.
Quick ad break.